Good day, everybody. My name is Ibukun, and I will be talking to you today about emotional intelligence. Today, we are going to look at various ways in which we have to be sensitive about our emotional intelligence. There's a lot of buzzed things around emotional intelligence, and I would like us to dive into this topic with open mind and readiness to learn how we can better be conscious of how we relate to and treat people around us. It is of necessity that the great importance of emotional intelligence is learned and known. I'm going to give us a brief question about emotional intelligence and how we can ponder upon it, reflect on these questions, and be able to see where we are at. Do we know how concerning emotional intelligence is? Emotional intelligence is used in all our daily lives, in all our reactions, ways of life, behaviors, and all this poses threat and risk and anger if we cannot maintain our emotions. Do we also know that if we do not recognize or we are not able to recognize the emotions that we are feeling, there's danger? Can we manage feelings without allowing them to swamp us? Can we motivate ourselves to get the job done? Do we sense emotions of others and respond to it respectively? I guess if you answer yes to all these questions, it's likely that you have developed some, if not all, of the skills that form the basis of our emotional intelligence. Today, I'm going to ask about what emotional intelligence is. This is the ability for each and every one of us to maintain our emotion within the society and wherever we find ourselves. The ability to recognize and understand emotions in ourselves and others, and the ability to use the awareness to manage our behaviors and relationship. We're still talking about emotional intelligence. Ability to facilitate or our capacity for resilience, the motivation, empathy, reasoning, stress management. I cannot stress that enough. Stress management. In every days of our life, we go through so many stresses. Communication, which is very important as well. And our ability to read and navigate social situations and conflicts. All this will lead us to the importance of emotional intelligence, being sensitive to one another. Part of the components that we do have or that the emotional intelligence is encompassed is self-awareness. Emotional self-awareness is the ability to understand our own emotions, the effect on our performance. We also need to know that the way we feel and why we feel it, does it hurt? Are we happy? What are we trying to do? Has a lot to do with awareness. We need to really be aware of ourselves, be conscious, and make conscious effort to be aware so that we can practice part of this emotional intelligence. Example would be for a boss, maybe at work, that shows favor to other people, tell people what to do, and when the deed is done, pin blame on people, get angry on them, does not encourage the workers, become so angry in every situation. This kind of person, we will say, lack emotional intelligence. If you're a boss at work, I don't think you want to be this kind of a boss. Being aware of our emotion is very important. And the more we practice, the better we become. This is a reflection of ourselves and problem solving in the world. If we all will try to manage our emotions, it will be of great value to our environment. Another value, another component of emotional intelligence is empathy. I cannot stress it enough. You can see the puzzle around the empathy. It makes us connect. We need it. We need to communicate. Self empathy. Do we hear others? The way we speak to people, the way we communicate with people, the way we listen and feel, even the unspoken words, has a lot to do. Empathy is another great way to show emotional intelligence, putting myself, yourself, in somebody else's shoes, knowing how it feels, knowing where it hurts and how it hurts has great importance. And the way we react to it is very crucial. Making a wise choice about it, it's a great deal. It's different from sympathizing with people. Sympathy is just feeling sorry. Empathy is feeling what other people are feeling. And if we do possess this great gift, it goes a long way to help us to build a larger and wider community. We all have and we have the empathetic skill in us as we grow. And as life happens, and as we grow older, and as things go broader, we tend to lose all this empathetic skill that is inbuilt in us. So we all have it. We have love in us. We have care. We just need to be sensitive about it and allow it to grow in us. So, today, in a nutshell, we've spoken about self awareness, we've spoken about empathy, we've spoken about what emotional intelligence is. We have spoken about how we can better help ourselves with our intelligence and how it will affect our interpersonal relationship with others. Creating self awareness, as I've said, the use of empathy to deal with life situations is very crucial. We are to tolerate each other. We are to relate to people in a more refined way. Creating boundaries and respect with others in view of all situations is very important. And in conclusion, when discussing about emotional intelligence, the ability to capture the interest of others' emotional stability and be of good service is important in responding to people's needs. Also, the show of empathy, reflection, and having great awareness of other people's perspective is important. This helps us with interpersonal relationship. We are all to acknowledge everyone's potential and treat everybody with dignity, with respect, with oneness. And if we do all this, we are portraying and showing emotional intelligence that we possess. Everybody has different ways of showing their emotional intelligence, but the self awareness, the empathy, knowing what it means to to have emotional intelligence, it's a great deal even in our school, in our workplace, in our environment where we live, even within the children and everyone. It's supposed to be taught from young so that we all can possess this emotional intelligence And I tell you that the world and the environment, the community, the gathering will be a better place to live if we are very sensitive to one another, we are able to tolerate one another, we are able to show respect to people, and this will go a long way. Thank you for having me today, and thank you for sharing from my thoughts about emotional intelligence.